All right, guys, it's Paul Singh, the Market Speculator with bullsonwallstreet.com. We got the trade report Thursday, May 25th, 2017. Let's look at SPY here. Broke to all-time highs here, and pre-market, we are gapping up. So everything looking really good here. Last Wednesday's potentially big breakdown, but ended up only being a one-day breakdown, completely negated now. So the two levels we always look at on these breakdown candles are the initial breakdown spot where we pull into the gap, and then the gap fill. And we got the gap fill, and now not only do we have the gap fill, we're getting to all-time highs. So everything looking really good for the market. It's actually a good thing when we get one of these scary events. It's not fun when you go through it, but when you get one of these scary events and then the market completely reverses that thing, that's a really good thing. So we have that behind us. We can think about getting more aggressive. Actually been taking positions through this period here. And let's get to that. We took profits in FSLR here yesterday. Now closed at 38.90. We were out just below 38 here, which was our target level. Now FSLR is still on the radar as a bottoming play. We can see, looking to the future, we still have a lot of room to the upside. But we got the nice profit. And remember, one of the adjustments I talked about during that March drawdown was to take profits when they get hit, and also to take losses a little quicker. I got unlucky with some gap downs last time, as I had let them slide and then they would gap down. That is why on bad news, after entering X, so I entered X yesterday and ended up being a small loss before I actually hit my stop level. And the reason for that was there was some bad luck yesterday in that we entered, and then just a little after our entry, news came out, and this was a fantastic setup. One of my favorites, the gap down reversal, which has worked well for us in the past. But just a little bit after entering, the news came out of a class action lawsuit against X related to investors. So that worried me a little bit. And what I did not want to happen is the stock come down here at 2050 and then gap overnight. Now, it didn't happen, but if it gapped overnight, it would have ended up being a big loss. And instead, I wanted to get out for a small, insignificant loss, and that's what we did. So FSLR was a nice win, small loss on X. Now today it is actually recovering a little bit, close to 2075 here pre-market, but we'll see how that plays out. I still like the sector, even though CLF, another focusless stock, actually got hit harder than X did, but we'll keep an eye on this sector still. And then our one addition outside of X, which we got out of very quickly, was Facebook entering in the 149 range, closed at 150. We're going to look not only at the top of the range, but I'm going to look for a breakout here. So I like the way, again, negated the big gap down, broke the 9 here really strong yesterday. So we'll look for a push not only to the all-time high, but potentially a breakout of that level, and we could get a nice play on Facebook. And then finally, we're holding biotech still. So LABU back up right around our entry level. And we'll see now if we can get that big push a little bit pre-market. Focus list essentially remains the same as yesterday. We're going to go through some of these here that I really like. Habit crossing the 9. I actually considered this one yesterday. Tesla waking up again just under the 9. If you can get back up over the 9, not intraday, but actually close above that level, I'll consider getting back into Tesla. Energy lagging oil a little bit, but looking very strong here. Right at the 9, we could get a push to the recent highs here at 1345. RRGB, which we already traded once for a successful earnings breakout trade. This was an early entry and pop here. Now it's consolidating. If you can break that high or pull back and hold the 9, we would enter essentially on a breakout or pullback play. Snap, right at the 9, looking towards the 50, looking decent after the big gap down. play, breaking towards all-time highs, and finally race right at the all-time highs. I considered this one yesterday too. Basically, my decisions yesterday were between Habit, Race, and Facebook, and I went with Facebook. But I may look to add Race today. I really like the way it's consolidating here under the highs. One other thing, financials are looking decent here, right at the 50-day moving average. I'm going to watch to see how it holds that level. If we do get a remount, even though the volume pattern isn't great, because of the low risk, high reward play here, I may take a shot at something like FAS as well. So I'm watching FAS, watching Race, Habit, and of course the rest of the Tesla and the rest of the focus list for entries.